bladder, right? Bladder. Now, we have the urethra. The urethra in the male has 3 sections. Goes down into the prostate, right? So you have the prostatic urethra. Then you have the membranous urethra, this little portion here goes through the wall. And the spongy urethra, which goes to the corpus spongiosum, right? And then the external orifice. Now, so this is the bladder, this is the prostate. Here's the posterior body, the body wall. The membranous, where the membranous urethra goes through. And then you have the corpus spongiosum, the corpus cavernosum, right? Now, here's the testis, right? The little area in here that receives all the tubules from the different lobules is called a ret. R-E-T-E, ret testis. Okay?
I thought the ret's on the bottom.
It's like kidney shape.
It is kidney shape.
It's not supposed to be this one on the bottom?
This is epididymis. I didn't do that.
No, the epididymis is on top.
It goes all the way around.
And the bug is totally different, though.
Say what the ret is one more time. I'm sorry.
The ret
It's like what they collect.
is right here. The ret testis is like the renal pelvis. It's where all the tubules come and meet before the exit. Okay? Okay? Because the testis and the kidney are basically the same exact structure. I mean, anatomically, really, because it has the lobules and the septa. That's like the pyramids and the columns. Okay? And then you have minor calyces and all, and major calyces and all that, right? Well, then you have efferent ductules that show up at the ret. So then you have the ret testis. The ret testis goes into the epididymis, right? And then from the epididymis, it goes into the vas deferens, right? And the vas deferens goes up through the inguinal ring, back into the pelvis, and it goes around through here, right? And then it goes around, and it goes to the seminal vesicles, which is the glands, right? Then from the seminal vesicles, it goes through into the prostate. When it goes to the prostate, you call it the ejaculatory duct. That's this tube right here. And then the ejaculatory duct lines up, meets the prostatic urethra, and it goes down into the membranous urethra, then the penile urethra, and out. Okay? Now, the spermatocord is a very important structure.
What?
There's four things in there.
The what?
It's the spermatocord. It's the connection between the testes on the outside and the organs on the inside. Okay? So what happens is you have this vas deferens, right? Or ductus deferens. Then you have the testicular artery, which is this red. Okay?
Testicular artery.
Testicular artery. Okay, now. Then you have this network of veins, okay? And most books refer to it as testicular veins. But if you see this other word, that's the same thing. The pampiniform plexus. It's a great word. Pampiniform plexus. And that's the veins, so testicular veins.
Can you just say testicular veins?
Yeah, you can. But it's much cooler to say pampiniform plexus,
I
of
don't know how to
course.
spell that. Sorry.
P-A-M-P-I-N. Pampin-o-form. F-O-R-N. Anyway, so, cool little thing. Okay, so now, what happens is, then this whole thing is covered with a muscle. It's called the cremaster muscle. Covers the whole thing.
That's a weird name.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
C-R-E-M-A-S-T-E-R, cremaster or cremaster, right? And the cremaster muscle is really vestigial in humans. It doesn't really do much. It's just like the covering, okay? But if you saw other mammals, they can retract their testes, right? Like dogs and bears and whatever.
People can't
right?
do that?
Not really, no.
That's why it's not in the list.
We can't do it. But we.
Like, wait a minute.
But it's the covering. Believe me, there's opportunities where I wish I could, right, John?
What about like
'Cause you
cold
never know,
water?
people are awful. What?
Cold water, that doesn't happen?
No. This is
Not to
like
the testes.
no. When an animal's gonna
I've
fight,
never seen it,
what
but-
happens when animals fight? They retract their testes. They
That's
bring 'em up-
amazing.
They bring them up to the body so they're not injured.
Protect the
right?
goods.
Right? Okay.
There are cases that it's happened, but like they have to surgically remove.
It's
it.
very
I
what
heard
then,
about that.
and that's cryptorchism. It's called cryptorchism. That's maldescent, and they never actually come down.
Yeah.
And that's common actually in hunting dogs. they get cryptorchism, like pointers and stuff, and you have to surgically remove. That's the cremaster muscle is the covering on the outside, okay? It's basically the insulation, the protection. And it goes in and comes around, it goes to the seminal vesicle and then to the prostate and out, right? Okay, now, so that's basically the male, okay? As Austin Powers would say, in a nutshell. The other half of
I don't
the
know how long my
equation.
battery's gonna last.
Oh, God. Okay, so now,
Just take Raina's charger.
right, exactly, just plug into Raina.
Yeah, no, it's not
Okay,
fun.
now, anyway, so now,
The female.
the female, obviously. Okay, now, so we have uterus, the bladder. So the bladder has its own urethra, right? Separate. And then you have the uterus. Okay, this is the cervix, the L-shaped structure, right? The cervix. Looks like an L. And then you have the vaginal orifice, and then you have the external genitalia, which is the labia, right? Minor and major. Now, that's kind of like the passageways. And then what happens, then there's a big ligament here. It's called the ovarian ligament. It's right here. See this big white structure? It's called the ovarian ligament. See the big white structure in there? Okay, that's the ovarian ligament. That's going to hold the ovary. Sorry, the uterine ligament. I'm sorry. The uterine ligament holds the uterus at the right angle. Right now. Okay, so now. And then you have the inside wall, which is the endometrium, right? This inside wall is the endometrium. That's the part that grows and sloughs off, right? Now,
Inside layer endometrium.
yeah, endometrium, right? Okay. Now, so now you have another ligament in here. It's called the broad ligament, this big flat one, okay? That's kind of like shrink wrap. It covers everything and touches, okay? So it kind of, again, it's holding everything in place. Okay, now, this is the fallopian tube or uterine tube, right? It comes from the uterus. And it comes to the fingers, the fimbria. The fimbria hold the ovary, right? Okay? So you have the ovary, and you have the fimbria. So now when you have ovulation, Graafian follicle gets ovulated, right? Get the LH surge, ovulation, and now the ovum is going to be shot like you shoot a marble, like popping a zit. Use the fluid that's the fluid in the atrium of the Graafian follicle actually propels the egg cell out into the fimbria. The fimbria grab it and they bring it around to the fallopian tube. Fallopian tube comes down and goes into the uterus, okay? And that's what I was talking about before with the 3 stages of the embryo, right? Because fertilization actually probably occurs somewhere in here, in the fallopian tube, right? And then as it's traveling, it's dividing, okay? Doubling every time, okay? And then it's going to implant in the endometrium, okay? Now, it's clear. That's the female.
She's easier.